all float down here, Georgie.
Here we go.
Boy Reviews!
Another reaction, or I should say I'm here again for another reaction. I'm downstairs in my makeshift studio. Whenever I'm down here, that means that my wife is asleep upstairs, the kids are asleep upstairs, and I was about to get ready for bed, and then I noticed that the It Chapter 2 teaser trailer, it's called a teaser, but it's 3 minutes long. The teaser trailer dropped earlier today, and I wasn't aware of it until right now, and so I decided to do a reaction for you today. Before I get to the reaction, this movie right here, the mini-series that came out in the early 90s, is one of my favorite horror films. I'm going to call it a film, even though it was a mini-series that was aired on TV. One of my favorite horror films. Why? Because I believe it might have been the very first one that I watched as a kid. That's right. I was not too excited to get into the horror genre when I was younger. And when I watched It with Tim Curry and all those other actors and actresses that are so awesome in this movie, when I watched it for the first time, I realized that not only is it not too scary, but it's a phenomenal story. A story of these kids that come together and fight their greatest fear. And then they're not done yet. They got to come back again as adults and continue to fight Pennywise. Now, in the miniseries, I very much enjoyed the first 2 hours as opposed to the second 2 hours, the first half. And here we are again. We had It Chapter 1 that came out not too long ago, a few years ago. And I was really excited to check it out. A modern twist. It was getting great reviews. And when I finally saw it, it was a few months later after the party started. When I finally saw it, it was just okay for me. I don't know if I had too much love for this bad boy or what was going on, but for me, it was just okay. As Randy used to say on American Idol, it's just okay for me, dog. It was just okay for me. It was good. Bill Skarsgård, who plays Pennywise, did a fantastic job. The kid actors did a fantastic job. But it was just okay, and maybe one reason why is because it wasn't complete. So I'm excited to check out this teaser trailer that's 3 minutes long. Let's see what it's all about. Here we go.
Yes, may I help you?
I used to live here.
Nice.
Won't you come in?
Love
It's the
Chastain.
least I can do.
Oh, that's Pennywise.
Is it like you remember?
Cleaner.
Well, you feel free to look
Just
around
like
while
this
I get the water boiling.
Your hair is winter fire. January embers.
My heart burns there too. Oh, what's that? There she goes. Oh, that's awesome.
There you go.
Thank you.
Now some music. I do apologize. It gets so very hot here this time of year.
It's fine.
Well, you feel like you could just about die. But you know what they say about Derry? No one who dies here ever really dies.
That's creepy. That old lady's awesome.
But tell me, how is it being back in Derry?
It's good. Strange.
Strange?
Strange is the word.
Oh, my. I had some cookies in the oven before you came. Stay right there. I
Don't eat the cookies!
No, I insist.
Your photos are lovely, Miss Kirsch. Are these your family?
My father came to this country with $14 in his pocket.
What did he do, Mrs. Kirsch?
My father joined the circus.
The circus. That's creepy. Now I see why it's 3 minutes long. Oh my gosh.
I was always Daddy's little girl. What about you? Are you still his little girl, Beverly?
officially begun.
We can do this, but we have to stick together.
He's mapping away.
Hello.
That was awesome. I can see now why it is 3 minutes long. That looked really good. Again, I didn't hate chapter 1. I just have such a love for the original that maybe it was just the first half of it that kind of didn't do it for me. But that looked awesome. That creepy scene is also in the original miniseries, like I mentioned when I was watching it, and it's almost exactly the same thing. Obviously, some props are different, costumes are different, but it's the same situation. Creepy old lady. You trust her for a few seconds at first, or at least Beverly does, and then it gets really weird. But that turned that level of weird to another notch. That looked fantastic. It's amazing how well people are putting trailers together these days. It is a serious art form. And I wonder if they hire certain people just to work on the trailer. Who knows? Maybe the assistant director or director of photography or something like that. But that was awesome. That makes me super excited for the second chapter. And then once they all come out on release and I can have back-to-back, do a little marathon, it may compare to this. Now, this movie's not perfect either. There are some flaws in this movie, and the biggest flaw, in my opinion, is the fact that there's not a lot of budget for it. It was a miniseries made for TV, but it has a huge cult following. I'm one of those. It is super successful, and it shows because It Chapter 1, which I still don't think should have been reviewed as highly as it was, made a whole lot of money. We're talking about top 10, I believe, if not top 5 of R-rated movies, most money all time. I believe Deadpool's at the top of that list. So that trailer looks awesome. I'm super excited for it. The horror genre just keeps getting better and better, it seems. And usually these rehashing are not very creative. They're not very exciting. But man, that looks really good. I'm glad we're getting this. And I can't wait to see this movie when it comes out. Let me know if you're excited for it. Let me know what are your thoughts about this movie. And until next time, adios.